Welcome to Ownership and Greatness. I'm your host, Joe Chege. And today's episode, we are going to be talking about the different things that are happening around and even globally. So stay tuned as we break down inspiring stories of entrepreneurs and also some sad story of the things that have been happening around that I felt was necessary for us to talk about today. All right. So stick around. And at the end of it all, I have Motivation Friday segment lined up for you. So don't miss out. All right, let's do this.
Ownership and Greatness.
Today's episode, I thought I would do it a bit different because there's a couple of stories that have been going around this week that I felt were necessary to highlight. And I'm just going to start with something that I've discussed before, something we've talked about on different episodes on Ownership and Greatness. And I'm going to be talking about mental health. At the beginning of the week, for those who know, the fitness guru, social media influencer, Raven K. Jackson, we know that she transitioned on early this week based on the stories that we are getting. And it's a painful story given that I always thought she had so much to offer. Like, she was always positive. You would see her working on her brand. You would see her encouraging people on her page every single day, talking about fitness, talking about mental wellness, talking about healthy diet. Like, this is someone I've listened to. This is someone I've watched build her brand for a minute because I was following her for a minute. And so when I heard her story about her committing suicide, it threw me off. Like, you know how you always see someone always pumped up with a smiley face, like always energetic, talking to her fan base, encouraging them, motivating them and inspiring them every single time. It came as a shocker. And so I was like, you know what? It's surprising how people can actually put a front, how people can actually cover what they're going through with a smiley face. And there's a saying that says, whenever you meet people on the street, be kind to them. Show some humility because you never know what people are going through. And so just learning about her death, I felt so sad. And I just want to pass my condolences to the family because I know nobody wishes any of that on their loved ones. And we might not know, like, we don't know what she was going through. It's so much, it's a lot of speculation going on. But the bottom line is we all need to make sure we are connecting with our loved ones. We all need to check on our loved ones. We all need to make sure we are always like connecting and talking, like, honestly, like being genuinely connected to the people you value, to the people you love, to the people in your family or even your friends that means something to you. Because we live in a society where people can put a front on social media. You can post pictures, you can post videos of you smiling, enjoying life, but deep inside you're hurting. And if you're not connected or you don't have a support team that can always like hold you accountable, that can always empower you, that can always give you a space, an open space for you to be able to express yourself, express what you're going through, just be open. It becomes hard, especially if you're the person that's actually pouring onto other people. We've all had the saying where it says you can pour out of an empty jar. And so for all the content creators, for all the people who are always pouring onto other people, I believe it's always good to set aside some time for you to always pour onto yourself, to replenish your jar, to be able to replenish your energy, to replenish what's going on in your life. Because if you're only giving and giving and giving and there's nowhere for you to be able to take or even replenish from yourself, you'll wear out yourself. And that's why I always advocate for taking some time off. Anything we do online, anything we do on social media, it's not a must for you to post every single day. I know we like the engagement, you like all these things, but don't feel like you're forced. Like, you need to do it because you're passionate about it. You need to do it because it's something that you love. But when you wake up in the morning and you feel overwhelmed, feel free to take some time off. Feel free to take some time off to be able to recharge so that you can come back energized, you can come back having a clear state of mind. And so I felt it was necessary to just highlight and remind each and every one of you, mental wellness is necessary, like especially with the time and age that we're living right now, with social media all around us, with all the stuff that's happening. We need to prioritize our mental wellness. Like, it's something that we need to work on. Figure out how you're gonna balance your life, like figure out how you're gonna be active, how you're gonna engage with your community, how you're gonna connect with your family, and not only that, figure out how you're gonna set aside some time for yourself. You also need to make sure you're taking good care of yourself. You're getting enough rest. You're spending time doing the things that you love. Like, it's necessary. We only have one life to live, and so let's maximize every moment that we have. All right. While we are still on that subject, I just also wanted to highlight that we know that the world is mourning the death of Queen Elizabeth. It was reported that she passed on yesterday at the age of 96. And as I was watching the news and also learning more about her legacy, it was so profound just to learn that she's been a leader for almost 70 years, like working for 70 years as the Queen of England. And it's so fascinating. They had documentaries and stories about her rich history from when she took up the reign, and how her leadership style has been able to change things all around. And people have different sentiments about her passing on, or about the monarchy itself, but that's something we are not gonna dive in today. So, but most importantly, I just wanted to highlight that the world is mourning the death of Queen Elizabeth, and yeah, that's something I felt was necessary. I didn't want to just glide past it. All right. With that being said, on today's segment of Spotlight on Greatness, I wanted to highlight the story of a Ugandan entrepreneur popularly known as Noordin Kasoma. I want to make sure I'm not chopping that name. Yep, his name is Noordin Kasoma. He is a great entrepreneur who's disrupting the industry by using sustainable innovation. I'm always, like you already know on this channel, anytime I hear a story about someone who's using sustainable innovation to change the way we use product or to change the way we are living, I always make sure I highlight, because that's the way forward. Like, we want to make sure we are saving the environment, and not only that, using products that we have instead of throwing them away, like recycling products to be able to create new ideas, to be able to create new products that are gonna transform the way people live or the way people do things in life. All right. And so today I wanted to highlight his innovation. So what Mr. Noordin has been able to do is he innovates or creates unique bicycle frames using bamboo sticks. The most fascinating thing about the whole story is like the process, like from the minute he plants the seedlings and the time frame it takes, the patience of waiting for the bamboo seedlings to mature, and then harvest the bamboo sticks and then treat them. Once he's done treating them, and then he moves on to the process where he actually starts constructing the bamboo frames. It's so amazing how we can use sustainable innovation to build products that are necessary, or things that people actually use on a day-to-day basis. And his company has done a lot to help curb the emission of CO2, and I'm glad to see how he has actually taken something that people despise, or something that's not used that much nowadays, but use it to transform and create a frame, and the quality is top-notch, and he's been able to sell his bikes all over the world. And the most fascinating thing about it all is the way he's been able to use different elements. Like, he uses the bamboo sticks and also uses a unique back cloth that's only available in Uganda to finish off a unique product. So when you get the chance, make sure to go online and research more about his product. The product is called Boogaali Bicycle products. The spelling is Boogaali, Boogaali. And from what he explained is the name Boogaali is a breakdown of two names, Boo being the last words of bamboo, and then gali is what they call a bicycle in Uganda. And so it's just a mix of words, and that's how it came about with the brand name. So Boogaali bamboo bike frames is a unique product, and I felt like it was necessary to highlight the story to just showcase how innovative people are all around the world. I thought it was a good idea, a great concept which actually works. And so it's something that he's able to use to not only create some income or revenue, but also empower people in his community by creating job opportunities, by creating a product that actually can transform and uplift people within his community. So on today's Spotlight on Greatness, I just wanted to celebrate Mr. Noordin for his innovation, for his resilience, and also for creating a product that's actually changing how we engage with the climate, or how we are able to manage and maintain this environment that we have here on Earth. So big shout out to him for his innovation. I'll definitely put a link on the description to his brand and to all the product that he's working on. And I felt like on today's segment, I would spend some time to just highlight his innovation and give him a special shout out to what he's been working on. Alright, now, as you already know, as we come to the end of our segment today, I want to leave you with the more life, more vision. It's Motivation Friday segment. As you already know, every single Friday, I make sure to give out a special dose of motivation to all the listeners. And today's episode is special because it's a combination of ownership and greatness and Motivation Friday. It's a double dose. So this Friday, I just have a special request for each and every one of you. Check on your loved ones. Might be someone you haven't spoken to in a minute. Might be someone who really means something to you. Might be someone who actually has impacted you in one way or another. Just check on them. Shoot them a text if you don't like talking, or even give them a call and tell them, you know what, I was thinking about you and I hope you're doing great. And I just wanted to say, I love you and you mean a lot to me. Like, let them know, because the way life is nowadays, you never know what tomorrow holds. So you might ignore them, and then the next thing you get a call and you're told they've transitioned and you never had a chance to just tell them how they've made you feel or give them the flowers. So today I just want to encourage you, go out there and check on your loved ones. Give them a wellness check, call them, know how they're doing, and just spend some time with them. For those who have their families close by, like, it's necessary. Mental health is necessary, and it's one of the elements that actually make our life whole right now. So let's stay inspired, let's stay motivated, go out there, check on your loved ones, and most importantly, take good care of yourself, because at the end of it all, I can't show other people love if I'm not loving myself. You can't share something that you don't have inside of you. Make sure you get some rest, make sure you're taking good care of yourself, and most importantly, make sure you're living life to the fullest. All right, I'm your host, Joe Chege, and until next time, peace and blessing. I love you all.
Ownership and greatness.